Yo, RX back with another recap of UFC Nashville Lewis versus Teixeira. We back with another recap of a fight night in Smashville that was really good. Surprisingly good. I am trying to be funny. It was a legit great card. Shockingly out of nowhere when none of us expected it to be great. A lot of people said it would be good, which I'll give them that, they were right. But I don't think anyone expected great, and this card was great. From top to bottom, very few duds in the middle. And yeah, all the bad fights were pretty much in the middle. By the beginnings and the ends of the card were good. A few things in the middle were good. Mainly finishes, only 4 decisions on the full card. It was a great card. I had a great time. I think everyone had a great time with this card, even if you did not enjoy a few things at the end of the card. I think you gotta enjoy a lot of the good things at the other half of the card. And again, it was a great card. I really enjoyed it. I had a great time. And you know me, I'm not easy to the UFC's not easy to praise. I make them work for that shit, but they deserve it here. They put on a great card in Nashville. I can't really complain. I'm very happy to be able to say that. And I'll go, and of course I'm about to go in more in-depth more with it. With the recap, which I'm actually excited for. It's not like these Baku and Atlanta cards, which were garbage. This is actually a really good card, and I'm very happy to be able to say that because it was a really good card. We needed a fight night like this after Baku and Atlanta. So, first good fight night in a while since I don't even remember, to be honest. Maybe I don't remember, to be honest. I'm trying to remember what was the last good fight night, and I can remember Izzy and Imavov was good, but that was in February, so yeah, we needed this. Pay-per-views have been alright, Apex cards are Apex cards, but fight nights, we needed a good one like this, and we did get a good one like this, so I'm happy. I'm very happy to be able to say that, and I had a great time, so I'm excited to recap this card. I think I've said everything I need to say in this intro. So let's not waste any more time, and let's get into the recap. The last thing I'll say before I do is, as always, please like, comment, and subscribe to YouTube shit. You know, you gotta say it. 200 subs go by the end of 2025. Again, halfway there. Can we get to 200? That'd be sweet. If not, thank you anyway. Love y'all. And, yeah, let's fucking recap this card, unless I'm forgetting something to say early. I don't believe I am. I really enjoyed the card. It was really good. Nashville got a good one here. I think that's about the long and short of the intro. But let's not waste any more time. Let's get into the recap. You ready? I know I am. UFC Nashville Recap. Begin. And we begin the same way we began the breakdown, because nothing changed on this card. Everyone made weight on their second attempt at least, and everything stayed in one piece. So we got the same 12 fights we broke down, and we begin with the first fight of the night in the strawweight division, which gave us a banger of a knockout. The fight was alright, but it gave us a great knockout to begin the night in the strawweight division. Our first fight back since UFC 317, 18, I don't know which fucking whatever card Ilya was on. We have our first fight back since Ilya Toporia's murder of a knockout. And this was a good way to follow it up. We had to begin UFC Nashville. Fatima, Kline versus Melissa Martinez. What a way to begin the night. God Damn, Fatima. I can't show my verdict scorecard because the verdict's a fucking joke, but I can still show the scorecards here. Fatima Kline was dominating this fight going into round 3. It was not very competitive. Martinez wasn't doing awful, but Kline was clearly winning. I don't think anyone gave Martinez a round. Then it would be kind of weird to say it was a 1-1 going into the third because it didn't feel like it. And then in round 3, much the same as the first 2 rounds, Fatima was just the better fighter, kind of beating Martinez up to getting her back against the cage. And eventually, out of nowhere, she threw a head kick from hell. I believe it was a left leg head kick, and dropped fucking Martinez, ground and pound, and it was over. Fatima Kline by vicious knockout in round 3. Wow. Yeah, what a fucking way to begin the night. The fight was looking like a dud. It was not looking like a great fight. It was kind of underwhelming. It was Fatima was looking good, but it was nothing like, oh wow, great fight. And then out of nowhere, that head kick from just fucking hell puts Martinez down and out. That's how you begin a night. Even if the fight was not great up until then. What a fucking knockout for Fatima Kline. Proving how good she is. Even in a fight she was winning with ease, she still went for the kill and put Martinez out. Wow. She's good. She's really good, and that's how you start the night. Wow. I'm not sure what else to say there. That was super fucking impressive by Fatima. She earned that shit. She got that win. She made sure there was no doubt. You're not calling this fight boring. Wow. I can't even say anything else. Beautiful head kick by Fatima Kline. Now let's talk about the fighters. Not very much else to recap in the fight. So let's talk about the fighters. First, with the winner, of course, Fatima Kline, 2-1 now in the UFC, really undefeated at strawweight. Again, what bad could you say about her UFC run so far? She debuted against Jasmine Jasudavicius, loss. Oh no, you lost to what? Probably someone who's gonna fight for the belt soon. And then your next 2 fights, you move down and you KO. Not at strawweight. You're getting back-to-back knockouts over Victoria Dudakova and Melissa Martinez. Yes, bad fighters, but she's still KOing them, which is something that's pretty rare to see at strawweight, a finish in general. So back-to-back. One of them by head kick. Fatima is legit. She's 25 years old, 8-1. She has all the skills. Her striking's good, her grappling's good, her cardio's good. She's a well-rounded problem and is looking to be scary at strawweight. Again, a well-rounded problem. She has no weaknesses that I've seen at strawweight. And again, she lost at flyweight against a top 5 ranked fighter. Cool. At strawweight, she has the size, the strength, the striking, the grappling, the cardio, the power. She's legit. I've said it before. I said it in the breakdown. She's what Blanchfield should have been. She's Blanchfield if she actually learned how to throw a goddamn punch. So, I think Fatima's good, and I think a lot of people hopefully are starting to see that. She's no joke. She is a legit problem in this division, and I think we could be talking about her in the top 15, maybe before the end of the year. She's good. She might be a title challenger by this time next year. You never know. She has all the talent. Or can't she keep it going against higher level females? Let's find out. She's good. And then to talk about Melissa Martinez. From someone who is good to someone who is not good, Melissa Martinez is shit. Her striking is not great. It's okay. It's not great. She didn't even, her takedown defense looked good. Yeah, she's not good. At least David is good, her brother, right now. He's good, but Melissa is bad. Like, she's a subpar striker. Like, she can look really elite against Alice Ardoyan, but against even Elise Reed beat her, so even against subpar competition, she shits to bed. I don't think much of Martinez. I think she's pretty terrible. And yeah, I get she was meant to lose this fight, but like she got dominated on the feet, which is where she's meant to be good. It's not like Elise Reed where she got beat on the ground. She got beat on the feet here, so she's pretty terrible. It's that simple. I can't put it in simpler terms. So again, at least David's good. That's the nicest thing I could say. Only thing left to say now is, as always, our final of 3 things to talk about in a recap. Who should they fight next? For Fatima Kline, I don't know if you give her top 15 yet. You can make a debate for it, but I'm not sure if you go that far yet. Like, obviously, I went to the bottom of the page, but none of these people would make any fucking sense. Sorry, my nose is a little stuffy. No one here, like, one Alencar, but why? Theonara, why? Like, maybe you do give her someone in top 15. Or a Jacqueline Amorim, like, to go over to the rankings, like, who's ranked in the bottom? Denise, Luma, Tisha, Angie, Loopy. Like, I don't mind the Amorim fight. Like, I think either Amorim or probably, yeah, I think Amorim's the most interesting fight out of those 3, because I think it's only one of the 3 you could really give Fatima. And I think Jacqueline is the most interesting because she is a grappler. I think Fatima would kind of just wrestle fuck Denise. Luma would be interesting, but I don't know what they're doing with Luma right now. She's never fighting, so what does that tell you? So yeah, I think I like that Jacqueline Amorim fight, because I think Tisha can probably fight one of these 2, probably Denise. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not really sure, to be honest. Like, Fatima deserves a big fight. You can't give her goddamn fucking Polyana Viana. You gotta give her someone decent. I think it's either Amorim, Denise, or Luma, and out of those 3, again, I think I'm leaning Jacqueline Amorim. Jacqueline, my bad. Yeah, I like that. Amorim versus Kline. I think the winner can fight Luma Lukbumi for a top 15 ranking. I think that sounds good. Denise can fight Tisha Pennington, who I'm pretty sure ain't booked at the moment. So yeah, that would fix that. Let's fucking do it. Amorim, Fatima Kline, winner gets a top 15 shot. Book it. Both on Kline's on a 2-fight winning streak. Amorim's on a 4-fight winning streak. You know, debatable on some of those. Let's do it. I'm fine. That sounds like a good fight to me. Fatima, Jacqueline, winner fights them with Luke Boomy for her for top 15 spot. Book it. I think that sounds good. It would be an interesting fight. I think Fatima would easily win, but I guess we never really know. Book it. I don't see why not. With that being said, there's not very much more to be said. Fatima Kline opened the card with a bang. She looked great. She is great. Got a bonus, which is rare for a female to get a performance bonus to begin the night. I can't remember the last time that happened. So good on her for that. She deserves it. She looked good. And yeah, Martinez kind of sucked. Well, not kind of. She does suck. And who should Fatima fight next? I like her against Jacqueline Amorim. I think that'd be a good fight. I think it would make a lot of sense. And yeah, winner can get a top 15 shot. So sounds good to me. Fatima Amorim, book it. And yeah, Fatima's good. The better version of Erin Blanchfield. Sounds like a good idea to me. Great way to begin the night. Great knockout for Fatima Kline. And let's see where she goes from here. She is legit. She is truly legit. After that, we go to our second fight of the night. The first time we get to see the guys on this card, and was it a forgettable one? Got a finish at least, but it was nothing special. As we have in our second fight of the night, our first male fight of the night, our only fight at lightweight of the night. Not gonna waste much time here because I don't think there's much to be said here. As we have in our second fight of the night, Mike Davis versus Mitch Ramirez. Yeah, Mike Davis squeaked by one of the worst fighters on the roster. That's the long and short of it. Like, not gonna waste a lot of time here to recap the fight. Mike Davis hugged Mitch Ramirez's back for a whole round in round 1. Somehow didn't get to submission, but he sucks. What do you expect? Round 2, he was getting kind of beat up. He was gassing a lot, but he did turn it around halfway through round 2. Really starting to take it to Ramirez, and eventually he did get the TKO late in round 2 to get the win over Mitch the bitch Ramirez. So yeah, I'm not gonna waste a lot of words here. Good job, Mike. You didn't fuck up my lock of the night. You were able to barely beat one of the worst fighters on the roster. Good job. I think Davis still sucks. You can't tell me otherwise. Mitch Ramirez needs to get cut. That dude's just horrendous. And outside of that, not very much else to say. No fight idea because I don't care. You didn't fuck up my lock tonight. Good job. These guys both suck. Okay, low-level fight. That's about all I gotta say there. I don't think either guy is good. So, yeah. Fine low-level fight, nothing more to it. After that, we get back to real fighters in a fight that was fucking crazy. As we hit heavyweight for the first time of 3 tonight, and wow, what a fucking start at heavyweight was it here. As we have one of the best performances of the night, one of the best submissions of the year. We have our third fight of the night, first trip to heavyweight tonight, a much better fight for the guys than the first one they had. We have, for our first of 3 heavyweight fights, Valter Walker versus Kennedy Nzechukwu. Wow. What a fucking performance from Valter Walker. One of the most beautiful submissions I've ever fucking seen. Not much to recap of this fight. It was only 54 goddamn seconds. One of the many quick finishes tonight. But this one might be the cleanest so pretty much the fight started. Valter went right at him. Kennedy went at him. Eventually Valter clipped Kennedy with a little, I believe it was like a little left jab or something that rocked Kennedy a bit. And the second that happened, Valter was able to get in on him. And after that, he held on him for a while until he could drop down to get the heel hook, I believe. And the second he got that, Kennedy almost tapped immediately, and Valter Walker gets his 3rd heel hook win in a row, and gets the upset. Wow. This dude's good. This dude is really fucking good. One of the cleanest submissions you'll ever see. Great fight, quick fight. Kennedy really didn't have any moments. He might have hit Walker once or twice, but overall it was all Valter Walker. And yeah, great stuff by Walker here. Like, haven't been able to say that in a long time with that family, but you can say it here. Great stuff by Valter. Getting the big win, getting another heel hook, getting a bonus. That shit's good, and yeah, beautiful performance. Not very much else to say to recap the fight, so let's talk about Valter Walker. That was pretty simple of a recap. To now talk about the winner of the fight, like I said, Valter Walker, now 3-1 in the UFC. This dude's good. This dude's actually got, ever since that Lucas Bresky fight, this man's actually got really good. Yeah, I still am debatable on the Junior Tafa fight, but whatever. Dontel Mays, not a good fighter, but whatever, it's a win. And now Kennedy and Nzechukwu, that's a good fucking win. That's a good win. 54-second heel hook. This dude's good. He's young, 27 years old, 14-1, getting experience. I still think the obvious thing is, how does he hold up late in a fight? Because that was his big problem in his debut. We don't know how he does late in a fight, and we still don't know about his striking too much. But when you don't need it, you don't need it. If this man can get you on the ground, you're kind of fucked. And that's been the Valter Walker story in the UFC. If he gets you down, you're gonna be tapping, or you ain't gonna be walking. So this dude's good. The best Walker brother, no fucking debate. I don't even want to hear a debate anymore. Johnny is garbage. Let's just be blunt about it. Valter's actually good. He should be ranked. He should have been ranked after his last fight. He definitely should be ranked now. And he's good. He's very good. So 27 years old, he's actually young for heavyweight, which is a rarity. I think if he got ranked, he might be the youngest dude in the top 15. And, yeah, he's good, man. He's legit. It's really that simple. So, yeah, not really much else to say about Valter. He still has questions. Is his cardio good? Is his striking good? We have not seen that answered, but right now, he hasn't needed to answer it, so why answer it? Keep getting heel hooks. Dude's good. I'm gonna stop counting him out. He's really fucking good. And then for someone who is also really good, but doesn't fucking show it, Valter's opponent, Kennedy and Nzechukwu. I'm done with Kennedy and Nzechukwu. I think his career has kind of been set in stone at this point. He's going to be a guy who will always have that talent, will always have moments or a little run, but then he'll lose out of nowhere. That was his whole light heavyweight run. He had a little bit of moments, and he had a few winning streaks that went up in flames immediately. Like, the dude's really talented. His striking is good, his power is great, his cardio, debatable, his grappling, debatable. But he has the talent, he has the size. But he's just a guy that keeps falling short, and I'm done. I'm fucking done. I can see it now, he'll probably fight a can or two in his next fight, and then lose again to fucking Martin Boudet or some bullshit. It's like, come on, man. You're better than this. The best you could do in UFC is a 3-fight winning streak. The best you could do at heavyweight is a 2-fight winning streak. He's still young, 33 years old for heavyweight is nothing, but at this point, can you trust him? Do you want to fucking pick him anymore? Do you want to see him fight anymore? Not really. I think he's a complete annoyance, but whatever. He'll get a nice knockout in his next fight, and then he'll shit the bed. So, he's a pro at shitting the bed, and he did it again here. So, dude will always have the talent, but kind of like a lot of guys, like Nacho Bahamondes, a few others, he just can't come up consistently, and that will always be his downfall. He's not consistent. That's why he's never going to hit his ceiling. So, yeah. Only thing left to say now is, who should they fight next, our final part of the recap. And for Valter Walker, he should fight someone in the top 15. He should have been in the top 15 already. Now he definitely deserves to fight someone in the top 15. And I think the obvious fight would be McParkin. I saw someone say that idea. I like it. Because outside that, Kuniev is probably going to fight up. I could see him fighting Tuivasa or Spivak. Martin Boudet is booked against some new guy in a few weeks. Tallison just got checked, and we'll talk about that later. So yeah, McParkin just got fraud checked by Marcin Tybura. Let's see him fight Valter Walker. Outside that, it's either McParkin or Tai Tuivasa, in my opinion, for Walker, and I think McParkin makes more sense. So, let's do it. McParkin, Valter Walker. Sounds like a good fight to me. You could put that on London. whenever they go to London later in the year. If they go to London later in the year, yeah, Valter took no damage, so he could fight ASAP. Let's do it. Mick Parkin, Valter Walker. I would pick Valter Walker in that fight, no bullshit, so let's do it. Valter Walker, Mick Parkin. Book it. I think that sounds like a really good fight. And then for Kennedy Nzechukwu, he'll go beat up a tomato can and then get a lot of hype again. I could see him beating up, who's a fucking tomato can in that division? Mainly everybody. But I could see him fighting like Ryan Spann again, or, who else is in that division? There's so few people. Fucking Mohammed Usman, or Hamadi. So I could see him fighting one of those tomato cans and getting a fucking win there, and then getting Martin Boudet and losing or some bullshit. So that's just the Kennedy way, and that's the way it's gonna be because he's never gonna hit his ceiling. So sucks, but it is what it is. Not very much else to say. Great performance by Valter Walker. Looked great. One of the cleanest submissions you'll ever see. 3 heel hooks in a row, which is almost a UFC record, I believe. I think only one person has more, and I think it's like 6. So we'll see if Valter can break that record. Good chance he probably will. And, yeah, not very much else to say. Who should Valter fight next? I like him and Mick Parkin. I think that'd be a really good fight. I think Valter would win that fight. And I think that'd be an interesting one, so book that ASAP, because again, Walker took no damage. And not very much else to say. Great performance by Valter Walker. I'll take my L here. I completely got this wrong, so respect. I did say this fight should be closer. I did not think it should be a lopsided pick for Kennedy, so I'll give myself that. But yeah, I still picked it completely wrong. And great one for Valter Walker. Got the bonus. The best Walker brother. It's that simple. Give him a ranking. He deserves it. After that, we go to our 4th fight of the night, our final female fight of the night, and the first bad fight of the night. There's only 4, so what can you do? But we still had to have a few, and this was the first, as we have in our 4th fight of the night in the flyweight division, a retirement fight for the ages. Then we'll never forget. As we have in our 4th fight of the night, our final female fight of the night, up 10 pounds at flyweight, as we have a retirement fight between Eduarda Moura versus Lauren Murphy. Well, I think this fight went perfectly as everyone predicted. Yeah, it was a one-sided fight for 2 rounds. Eduarda was easily beating Murphy. And then round 3, Eduarda gassed. Murphy took over, almost submitted her, almost got the finish, but couldn't get it. Still took the round, but too little too late. 29-28, Eduarda Moura, pretty clearly. Bada boom, done. Pretty bad fight. Eduarda didn't look great. She landed some off. She was winning the fight clearly, but she didn't look phenomenal. Murphy looked super old. And yeah, it was nothing to write home about. It was a fighter who's way better winning, but she didn't look way better. She didn't look great at all. And yeah, it was forgettable. Good win for Eduarda, getting some more experience under her belt, but not like it's some big win. So I think the Veronica Hardy win was better. And yeah, not much to say about Eduarda. She looked super mid, so not a great fight. And yeah, one of the, I don't know, would I call it the worst fight of the night? No, I would say it's the 3rd worst fight of the night. So it wasn't awful, but I think there was worse fights than it. And yeah, not great at all. Forgettable. And yeah, to talk about each fighter real quick. For Eduarda, like I said, I think I already said what I think for this fight for Eduarda. It was just her getting experience under her, because she did not look good at all. And I think the Veronica Hardy fight was a better win and performance. So Eduarda still has one giant problem from her strawweight career, is she has no cardio. She's gonna gas, and in a 3-round fight, she can survive that. In a 5-round fight, she's going to get finished. If this fight was 5 rounds, Eduarda was getting finished in round 4 by Lauren, for sure. She just has such a cardio dump, it's insane. Like, she looks good for the first 2 rounds. When she's not gassed, Eduarda's pretty solid of a fighter. But it's when she gasses out and shits the bed in round 3, she's lucky she was fighting a tomato can, or she would get finished. She would have no chance against a lot of fighters in the top 15 just because of, even if she's better, that cardio would be her downfall. So, like, eventually she will get finished in round 3. I could already see it now. That cardio is just not strong with her, and she won't quit, but that cardio is just bad, and if she doesn't get that shit under control now, she's still kind of young, 31 years old, so she still has time, but she really has to figure out that cardio, because outside of that, she's good. Her striking is okay, her kicks are fine, her grappling's alright. It's just when she gasses, she badly gasses, and you can't be doing that against higher level competition. Against Lauren Murphy and fucking Sinjeho Ruiz you can. Not against legit fighters, so. Outside of that problem, she's good. She's a solid prospect at flyweight. And that's about that, so, yeah. And then to talk about the retiring Lauren Murphy, ending her UFC career at 8-7, at 40, pretty much 2 years old, 16-7. Yeah, she'll not really be remembered, like, no offense, but let's be honest, will anyone remember Lauren Murphy? No. She was a below-average fighter. And below average might be disrespectful to below average. Her best career win is Miesha Tate, which I did predict that. I did predict she would beat Miesha Tate, and she was a giant underdog, so I will take that. But outside of that, who did she beat? Her next best, not counting the Joanne Wood robbery, her next best win is Roxanne Modafferi and Andrea Lee. So, and even her losses ain't amazing. Sijara Eubanks, fucking Sarah McMahon, like, fucking, come on. So, I don't know, she won't be remembered at all. She was a below average fighter, and even again, that's kind of pushing it. Jesus, sorry, I did not mean to hit my computer there. Yeah, she was below average. She's a bullfrog, and her career will not be remembered at all. Shocked she didn't get a tribute package, but I guess they couldn't even make up a tribute package to make her look good because she never did anything worse fucking tributing. So her career highlight is somehow falling ass backwards into a title fight and then getting destroyed for four rounds. And yeah. That's about that for the Lauren Murphy story. Enjoy retirement, Lauren. Yeah, that's about it. Enjoy retirement. That's about the nicest thing I could say. So, yeah. Only thing left to say now is, who should they fight next? For Eduarda, she now 2 wins in the division against 2 veterans, so not a bad winning streak, but not spectacular. I say she needs 1 more win before getting into the top 15 debate, but who should that win be is the question. None of these people. Maybe a Teresa Bleda. I think that'd be an interesting one. Karaskeda, maybe. Jamie Lynn Horth. That's not a terrible one. Yeah, I don't see. What are they dig up Caitlin Chukagian as well to fight her? I would probably say, yeah, I like that Bleda fight, because it's either Bleda, Inesta, Barbosa, or Jamie Lynn Horth, and I think Horth should fight Inesta and Barbosa should fight, I don't even remember who I said, probably Bleda, but I would rather see. And then she just, oh, and I guess by both beat to the flyweight. Shit. Eduarda. Yeah, I think she should fight Teresa Bleda. I think that'd make a lot of sense. So she should fight Bleda, get one more win against someone who they want to push into the top 15. So why not have her fight someone who's right outside the top 15, like Eduarda? And let's do it. I think that makes a lot of sense. Again, Horse should fight Iniesta. Barbosa could fight a lot of people. Maybe as a winner of Fernandez and Stoyarenko. And, yeah, I think that maybe, I don't know, just throwing fucking shit at the wall at this point. And, or yeah, she'd fight Barbosa, could fight Juliana Miller. So, yeah, well, you do that shit, I don't care. But yeah, I like to fight Eduarda Moura, Teresa Bleda. I think that would make a lot of sense. So yeah, let's do it. Bleda, Moura, the winner gets a top 15 opportunity. Book it. I don't see why not. So I just don't see giving Eduarda a top 15 shot yet. 2 okay wins is not top. Add Bleda to the list. At least get to it to 3-fight winning streak. Then sure. Fuck, still more deserving than Kong Wang, but, you know, UFC loves Kong Wang for some reason, so, whatever. Eduarda, Teresa Bleda would be a good fight. Probably would be decent, so, if Teresa Bleda ever fights again, let's have her fight Eduarda Moura. So, Bleda just pulled out of a fight. I think she's meant to fight Iniesta, wasn't it? Oh, she's meant to fight Jamie Lynn, so... yeah, let's have her fight Eduarda. So, yeah, pretty simple concept there, in my opinion. So, yeah, that's about that. Not really much else to say. Forgettable fight, the worst fight on the prelims. Just one younger fighter beating up one older fighter. Nothing special, but yeah. Only thing left to say is who should I fight next? I like Eduarda Moura versus Teresa Bleda. I think that'd make a lot of sense. You could do that. You could do Jamie Lynn Horse or Iniesta Carrasqueta, Juliana Miller, Dione Barbosa. There's options for Eduarda. I don't think she should get in the top 15 yet. She's not ready for that more than anything. Casey O'Neill would beat her. Miranda Maverick would beat her. So... give her one more fight to improve a little more, and then give her that opportunity. So let's do Eduarda Moura and Teresa Bleda. Sounds like a good fight to me, so do it. And yeah, not much else to be said. Fine win for Eduarda Moura, looking okay at flyweight, not amazing. And enjoy her retirement, Lauren. Let's see Moura fight Bleda, and yeah, let's see if she can improve that weak-ass cardio. After that, we go to our main event of the prelims. Are the first of our 2 welterweight fights to end the prelims. Our welterweight doubleheader. Both were good. This one was a great fucking finish out of nowhere. As we have in our co-main event the prelims in the welterweight divisional fight that was hard to predict, and shockingly I predicted wrong. I know we're all shocked. This is the beginning of my streak of bad picks, or I guess just L's. I don't think this was a bad pick, but yeah, I went on a 5-fight streak of L's on this card, but it did end with 3 in a row, so I'll take it. But yeah, this was the beginning of a bad streak for me on the card, but I'll take it when this fight was good, so I'm not too upset. As we have to begin our co-main event of the prelims to begin our welterweight doubleheader, Jake Matthews versus Chidi and Njokuani. Oh, for fuck's sake, Chidi, you dumb motherfucker. How do you always fail to not suck ass? How do you suck at being a weight bully? So long story short for the fight, since it's only 1 minute and 9 seconds, fight started. The most memorable moment before Jake got submission was Chidi threw a body kick that sounded so fucking loud. Oh god, it was so goddamn loud. So, but then eventually Jake shot in on him, got on his back eventually, and rear naked choked him. So, standing rear naked choke. And Jake Matthews gets the W, gets his first submission win since Darius Flowers a couple years ago. And yeah, Jake Matthews looks great, gets a nice win. Chidi, you're a fucking idiot. And he missed weight on his first attempt at making weight for this card, but he did make it on his second attempt, so fuck Chidi. And, yeah, not much to say. Great performance by Jake Matthews. Quick recap for a quick fight. Simple. That body kick was vicious, though. Let's talk about the fighters. We'll begin with Aussie's favorite Celtic kid, Jake Matthews. 15-7 now in UFC. This is the annoying thing with Jake. He looks so fucking good. He'll look so fucking good here and on this winning streak in general, just to turn around and lose his next one. Like, he's not bad. He's really good. He should have probably been a top 15 dude by now. But god damn, man, how long is it gonna take for you to hit your prime and hit your ceiling? Again, not saying he should be a champion or anything, but this dude should have been in the top 15 at least once in his career. Like, and he shouldn't be losing to guys like Matthew Semelsberg, fucking Anthony Rocco Martin, fucking James Vick. He should be beating those guys. So, but he looked great here. He has a nice winning streak going. His last loss was Michael Morales, which is super understandable. And maybe this is Jake Matthews finally coming to his prime. I doubt it, because fuck, we've been saying that shit for 10 years. But maybe this is the time. I highly goddamn doubt it, but maybe. The kid is talented. His striking is alright. His grappling is good. But he's just inconsistent, so maybe he can finally hit the top 15. I don't know. I hope he deserves it. But yeah, we need that all Aussie title fight with him and Jack Della. So, but nah, jokes aside, hopefully this is Jake Matthews finally fighting at his potential and keeping the streak going. Unless I give him some bullshit fight, he should keep the streak going. So, like, Jake Matthews is good. He's really fucking good, and this is the best, maybe the best he's ever looked. I think the quickest finish of his career. So, yeah, one of the best performances of his career as well. Should have got a bonus. Good on Jake Matthews, though. Looked good here. And then for his opponent, Chidi Dum Dum and Njokuani. Now 5-4 in the UFC, and god, is he annoying. You can't even weight bully correctly, you dumb cunt. Yeah, now 3-1 at welterweight, 36 years old. That cut is looking like just a pain for him, and yeah, he's falling into the same problem. He just can't beat higher level guys. Like, the Zaleski win was good, but Zaleski is 50 and you're way bigger than him, so good job. So I'm not impressed with you KOing a 50-year-old you're way taller than, so. And you missed weight for it. Good job, idiot. Yeah, I'm not impressed with Chidi. I think he's annoying to try and predict, and I don't know. He's getting older, the weight cut's probably getting harder, and he's such a fucking annoyance. I think I have a giant losing record, 4-6, yeah. I've picked one of his welterweight fights correctly. God, I hate this fucking guy. I don't know, man. I don't know. Fucking annoying is all I can say. Truly just fucking annoying. So, yeah. Can't even weight bully correctly. Idiot. Only thing left to say now is, who should they fight next? For Jake Matthews, he could be right on the verge of the top 15. I don't think you give him a top 15 fight, but you give him a guy who's close to it. Let's say none of these guys. I always scroll down to the bottom because I want a full picture of everything. But none of these guys. You gotta be someone who's at least coming off a win or something along the lines of it. Mike Malott would be an interesting one. I would not be against seeing that. I think he'd be Mike Malott. Is Luque still ranked? I don't think Luque's ranked anymore, is he? He's not. I don't hate that Luque fight for Matthews. I truly don't. Protez, Holland, Page, Wonderboy. Interesting shit there. Yeah, I like that Luque fight for Matthews. I think it would be a fight he kind of deserves against a very, very declining Vicente Luque. I think Matthews would win that easily. And I like the only other one you could like maybe Gilbert Burns, but I think Randy Brown should fight Gilbert Burns, and that would be a fucking murder. So yeah, I think I like that. I think I like that. Jake Matthews and Vicente Luque. I was gonna say Mike Malott, but they're not gonna push Mike Malott. They don't want Mike Malott losing again because he's not good. So yeah, I like that. Jake Matthews, Vicente Luque. I think that make a lot of sense. Luque's out of the top 15 now. He's on the old side, on the washed side. Let's do it. Luque and Jake Matthews. Sounds good. I'm all for it. I truly am. I fucking hit my finger on the computer. That hurt. But, yeah, let's do it. Jake Matthews, Vicente Luque. Sounds like a good fight to me. Book it. And then for Chidi and Njokuani, knowing the UFC, they'll feed him some tomato can like Tim Means or some bullshit. So, Danny Barlow. Actually, that'd be a good fight. Book that. So, yeah, let's see Chidi and Njokuani and Danny Barlow. That'd be a good fight. Book it. So, yeah, not very much else to say there. Great performance by Jake Matthews. Looked maybe the best he has in a long time. Maybe this is Jake Matthews finally hitting his prime. We'll see. And who should we see him fight next? I think Vicente Luque. I think it'd be a good fight. And I think Jake would win that. So, yeah, Jake Matthews, Vicente Luque. I think 2 Ultimate Fighter alums. Was Luque an Ultimate Fighter? I want to say he was. Let's do it. Luque, Matthews. Works for me. Let's do it. Simple as that, man. Not very much I would say. Great performance by Jake Matthews. I'll take another L here on a fight I did say should be closer, and this one was even closer betting odds-wise than Njokuani. Or, Nzechukwu, I mean. And, yeah. Good fight by Matthews, good performance, and let's see him against Vicente Luque. Maybe he's finally hitting that potential we've seen him for 10 years. Time will tell. And now for our featured prelim, our main event of the prelims, the fight I'm not going to waste a lot of time on because, you know, I hate the guy who won, but I will give this fight its flowers because I think it does deserve it. As we have in our featured prelim our second of 2 fights at welterweight to end the prelims, our welterweight doubleheader, and then we do see welterweight one more time in the co-main event, but we'll talk about that. That has a lot to be talked about. As we have in our featured prelim in the welterweight division to end the prelims, Chris Curtis versus Max Griffin. Yeah, it sucks that Chris Curtis won, but the fight was really good. I wonder, can I actually look at this on verdict? Is one of the few fights that ain't broken? Nah, it's completely broken. A shocker. This was a really good fight. This was, if they had to give out a fight of the night, I would have gave it to this one, to be honest. I thought this was the best fight of the night overall, but I get why they gave it to a different fight. This was a good fight. Max Griffin started round 1, looked really solid. Kind of just piecing up Curtis, easily took round 1. Round 2, Curtis woke up, really had a good round, took it to Griffin. Could he make a case for Griffin taking that round? Yeah, but I think Curtis took it, and in round 3, the best round for Curtis. Griffin was kind of gassed, and Curtis still had some juice left. They would take it to Max a bit, and he was able to win round 3. 2 judges agree, Curtis won, 1 gave it to Griffin, which I think is understandable, but I don't agree, and Chris Curtis got the win. I did see a few people say robbery here. I don't agree. It feels, and I'm going to say this later on the card as well, it feels like Chris Curtis won. Griffin did good work. I think Max Griffin did a lot of good work here, and I've said for a long time Max Griffin is severely underrated, and I think he showed it again here. He looked really good against a middleweight, pretty much. But Yeah, I think Curtis won this fight. Trust me, I wanted everything in the world to give this to Max Griffin, but being 100% honest, it feels like Chris Curtis won this fight, and either way, it was a really good fight, which I'm happy about. I thought this was a really solid fight, and I think judges got it right, as much as it pains me to say, because fuck Chris Curtis. The judges got this one right, in my opinion, so, yeah. That's what I think, in my opinion. If you think Max won, you're right. I could see your point. But don't call it a robbery. I think calling it a robbery is being there's no clear winner here. It feels like Curtis won, and if they did give it to Max, I wouldn't call it a robbery. I would say I disagree, but it's not a robbery. I wish MMA fans could be honest. Yes, there are robberies in the sport all the time, but I don't think there was one tonight, and I don't think this was a robbery. So, trust me, I wish I was saying the other. I wish I could say it was a robbery. It wasn't. As much as I hate him, good win for Chris Curtis. He did not look great at welterweight, but he looked like Chris Curtis, very below average. And yeah, Max Griffin still got it. I hope they don't cut him. He's still pretty good. If they do, he'll probably go win the PFL tournament. Dude is really good. And Curtis looks slow at welterweight, but we'll see how far he can go. I don't think he has a flying chance in hell against any of the top 20 to 25 dudes. Like, I think even Musum Salikov and fucking Randy Brown would murder Chris Curtis, but never know. I think Curtis better pray for fights against guys like fucking who the fuck is I was just looking at welterweight, obviously. He like a Themba Garimbo, Neil Magny. Like, he has to pray for shit like that, because I don't think he stands much of a chance against Liao, Salikov, fucking Randy Brown, Jake Matthews. So, yeah. But that's what I think. Not much else to say. No fight idea for Kurtz, because I fucking hate him. But I will give him his flowers here. This was a good fight. I do think he won it. And, good fight, boys. Good fight. Two OGs having a fun fight to end the prelims. Can't complain. Good way to end the prelims. And, speaking of the prelims, that's the prelims over. They were good. Outside of the Murphy fight, which was a dud, but I don't think we're shocked by that. Everything else was pretty solid. Fatima Kline got a great knockout. Mike Davis got a finish. Shitty fight, but got a finish. Valter Walker's great. Jake Matthews looked phenomenal. Chris Curtis had a good fight. Really good prelims. One bad fight out of 6. I'll take it. I'm not upset. Solid prelims. Good. Can't complain. So, I got nothing bad to say about him. One bad fight that we knew was probably going to be a bad fight anyway. I'll take it. So, that's about that for the prelims. And then to move to the main card, which got started really bad, but got really good after a few fights. Let's see what happened on the main card. Let's see what I think of the main card as we end the prelims, going into our 6-fight main card. 6 more fights to do after just doing 6 fights. We begin the main card in the light heavyweight division with a fight that was a complete dud. I'm not going to waste a lot of time on it because it was a dud. A shit fight, whatever term you want to use, as we begin the main card for UFC Nashville in the light heavyweight division with a fight that was a disappointment between Tuco Tokkos versus Junior Tafa. Yeah, disappointment, kind of the term you would put on the Tafa brothers' UFC career. God, will they never have talent. The Tafa brothers still suck now, just one is lighter. Great. Not gonna waste your time here. Tuco Tokkos cuddled Tafa until he finally locked in an arm triangle choke, and that was that. Not much to say. Tuco Tokkos is a bitch who can't fight, and Junior Tafa is a bitch that only knows how to throw power. Cut both. They suck. Fuck them. Shitty way to open a main card. Nothing else needs to be said. Speaking of fighters that suck, another fight I won't waste a lot of time on. Our second fight of the main card, our worst fight on the card on paper, and the only reason it wasn't an execution because we actually got a finish out of it. Probably the worst finish though, as we had in our second fight of the main card, our second fight at heavyweight tonight, and the worst by far, the longest by a mile as well. We had in our second fight of the main card, Vitor Petrino versus Austen Lane. Not gonna waste any time here either. Petrino sucks, but Lane sucks more. I don't care. This was a complete can battle. Cut Austen Lane. Vitor Petrino is gonna lose to anyone legit in a division. They suck. I don't care. Finally, to get to the real part of the main card. The 4-fight main card, really. And if you care to hear about these, go to a different channel, because I don't give a fuck. I'm not talking about those more than I have to. Now to talk about real fights on this card. On the main card, at least, we go to our third fight of the main card. Another fight I picked completely wrong, because I suck. As we have in our third fight of the main card, our first of a doubleheader at featherweight, which both fights were pretty decent. I think the welterweight doubleheader might have been a little bit better, but this was alright. As we have in our third fight of the main card, our first real fight of the main card, Morgan Charrière versus Nate Landwehr. Another one I picked wrong. The best underdog on the card, you say, RX. Good job, idiot. To talk about the fight, this one was okay. I don't agree with it getting fight of the night, but I guess I get it to an extent. Round 1, it was a close but clear round. Charrière, I think, kind of clearly took the round. He got like 5 takedowns in like the last 2 minutes of the round, so I think kind of a clear round for Morgan Charrière. I don't really see like Nate got on top, I think, for a little bit at the end of the round, but really nothing big happened, so I kind of struggle to give him round 1, so I think Charrière got round 1. But then round 2, Landwehr really took control and dominated. Clearly taking round 2, he was able to push the pressure. Charrière really just kind of took that round off, kind of played possum, I guess if you want to say, and Landwehr took advantage of that, really put the momentum on his side going into round 3, where it should have been 1-1, and it was on most scorecards, I would imagine. But then in round 3, Charrière came out like Nate Landwehr and just ran at him, fucking bombed him. The second he cracked his chin, it was kind of over because he was hurt, never was able to recover. Landwehr goes down and out. 27 seconds in round 1, round 3, Morgan Charrière wins. Oh yeah, great fucking performance by Charrière, really shutting me up and proving me wrong. He clearly fought really smart. He played possum in round 2, let Landwehr use some gas and take that round, and then came out in round 3 and battered Landwehr. Genius. Truly genius by Charrière, and good win for him. Really good win against a tough guy like Nate Landwehr. Get a good win like this. I'm impressed. I'm very impressed with Charrière here. He proved me wrong. I thought he was gonna sink. I thought Landwehr was gonna drown him and he was gonna lose, but Charrière went to enemy territory, beat up the hometown guy, and came out with a W. Good on him, man. Good on him. He looked good. Got a nice win. Shut me up. Good win for Morgan Charrière. Can't really say anything bad about him, man. Good win. So, decent fight. I still agree with the getting fight of the night. I think the Chris Curtis fight was better, but this was alright. And yeah, not very much else to say. Decent fight. Good finish at the end by Charrière. And let's talk about the fighters. For Morgan Charrière, now 3-2 in the UFC. How old is he? 29, I believe. 29 years old. He's still a prospect, but I kind of feel in the same regard. We've kind of seen his ceiling. I think he is a guy who's gonna be good, but not great. I don't think he's on the level of other unranked guys in that division. As we've seen, he lost to Nathaniel Wood. He debatable lost to Shepe Mariscal. I think he would lose to Mil Costa, Sean Woodson, maybe. Who else is in that division? A couple other guys who are pretty solid. But then I think he could beat guys like lower level guys like Giovanni Rosa, Billy Q, Darren Elkins, who else? Gavin Tucker. So I think that's gonna be his career. He's gonna win a few, get a real fight, and lose, or get one, lose one. Like, he's just not a top 15 or a real prospect, but he's not he's average. He's talented. He has talent. We've seen that with him many times now. But I just don't see a guy who has that thing. I don't see a guy who can beat the higher echelon of the unranked guys in that division. He just really does not have it. And so he's good. He is a good fighter, but again, do you really think he beats Melky Costa, Sean Woodson, fucking any of those guys? And even in the top 15, do you think he beats Dan Ige, Josh Emmett, David Onama? Maybe Onama. I doubt it. So, he's good. He's very good, but he has a ceiling, and it's a very talented, unranked guy, in my opinion. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe he'll prove me wrong, but that's what I've seen with him. A very talented, unranked guy. Which is fine. That's a very good place to be. A lot better than a lot of fighters can say for their career, so that's not a bad thing. And then for the loser of this fight, the opponent, Nate Landwehr, now 5-5 in the UFC. I think he's kind of done. Like, he's had a bit long, not a long career, but he's had a decent career in the UFC. He's taken a lot of damage in every fight. And I think it's catching up to him now. He's looked pretty bad the last couple fights. Yeah, he was able to knock out Jamal Emmers, which is a good win. But outside that, what has he really done in the last couple years? Like, if we take away the Onama fight, and if we go from 2023, Austen Lingo, in his last 5 fights, Austen Lingo, garbage. Dan Ige embarrassed him. Emmers, good win, but not spectacular. Duho Choi completely fucking schooled him. Morgan Charrière was able to knock him out. His chin is going more. His strike, he's not as crazy as he once was. He was trying to fight a smarter style here a lot of the fight, and it's just not his thing. He's tailor-made for BKFC. I truly think that would be the best destination for Nate to train. He is tailor-made for BKFC. He's 37 years old. His durability is going. He's a fun fighter, but unless you put him in fights against fun fighters, Billy Q, Giovanni Rosa, fucking a Darren Elkins rematch, for example, and don't do that, but for example, I don't see the point of keeping Nate to train around. Like, he's tailor-made for BKFC. I don't see him as a UFC guy anymore. He's too old. His durability, he can't hang with these younger, better guys like Duho, like Dan, like Morgan. He can still beat tomato cans. Like Lingo. And even Emmers, who's a very decent fighter, but I just don't see a point of keeping Nate to train around. Unless you're putting him in fun fights. Hyder Meal, I think, would be a perfect fight for him. Not because he's going to win, just because it would be a great fight. I think he's tailor-made for BKFC, so you tell me you wouldn't want to see Nate Landwehr and Mike Perry, or Nate Landwehr and Jeremy Stevens, and BKFC, that'd be spectacular. So, I just really don't think Nate has it anymore for the UFC, which sucks today, because he is a fun fighter. He is a good guy, but damage and age waits for nobody, and looks like he's about at the end of his UFC rope, unless they put him in a fun fight. I really don't want to see Nate Landwehr fight again, so, in the UFC. Sad, but it's really that simple. Only thing I have to say now is, who should they fight next? Speaking of who should they fight, I guess that's a perfect segue. For Morgan, it's Charrière coming off a big win. You're not going to give him a giant jump up in competition, but you can give him a good fight. But against who? Like, you're not going to give him one of these lower level guys. Like, you're not going to waste time with Kyle Nelson. I think Joe Anderson Brito. I think, like, that one popped out to me when I, like, on my first scroll. I think Joe Anderson Brito, a guy who's kind of fallen off, has lost a lot of his scary hype and all that. I think that'd be the fight. But yeah, you can have him beat up another old dude like Orosa or Billy Q, but I think Jonathan Brito. Yeah, I think that's the fight. Again, Brito coming off some losses, not looking amazing lately. That'd be a good fight in Paris later in the year when they go in like a month or two. Let's do it. Morgan Charrière, Jonathan Brito. I think that's it. Unless I'm missing a fight that could be better. Which I don't think there is one. Yeah, I like it. Jonathan Brito and Morgan Charrière. Book it. And then for Nate Landwehr, again, Billy Q, Juicy J, or Hyder Mill. I would say Hyder Mill because I think they should have done that fight, but I would say Hyder Mill or Billy Q. So either one of those two fights would be a banger. And yeah, outside of that, I don't want to see Nate Landwehr fight anyone else outside of guys who he can have a fun old guy banger with. So Hyder Mill or Billy Q. So yeah, that's about that. Not really much else to say. Fun fight, but still not fight of the night in my opinion. Great performance by Morgan Charrière, great knockout, just bull rushed the hometown hero and put him out. Good on him there, and who should he fight next? I like him against Jonathan Brito. I think that'd be a good fight. I would 100% pick Charrière to win that fight, and yeah, I would be down to see that. And then for Nate Landwehr, again, either Hyder Emil or Billy Q would be the best fight for him, so let's see that. Not much, not on the apex, please. Outside of that, not really much else to say. Good fight, good win for Charrière, shutting me up. The best underdog on the card. Good job, you fucking moron. And yeah, let's see Charrière fight Brito. Let's see Nate Landwehr against Emil or Billy Q. Sounds like good fights to me. Book it, and that's about that. Not really much else to say. Good win for the last pirate, the best pirate in the UFC. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. After that, we get to the big threes, the old three on the card. As we begin with our fourth fight of the main card, our second fight at featherweight, and our beginning of the three old dudes. Did any of them pull off the upset? We'll talk about that soon. Kattar didn't, that's for sure. As we have in our first of three young versus old battles, we have in our fourth fight of the main card, in the featherweight division, the co-main to the co-main, Steve Garcia versus Calvin Kattar. Well, was this a one-sided beating, or was it? Goddamn, this was not even close to being goddamn competitive. Yeah, for 3 rounds, Steve Garcia beat the shit out of, goddamn, verdict is terrible, beat the shit out of Calvin Kattar. It was not competitive at all. Round 1, he beat him up. Round 2, he beat him up. Round 3, he beat him up. I scored 30-26. I think round 3, he dropped him. Should have probably got 10-8 in that round. Kattar barely landed any damage in return. And yeah, it was not even close to competitive. Kattar got smashed 30-27, 30-26, whatever way you want to score it. You can't give Kattar a round. I don't think you can give him a minute. He barely landed anything, and Garcia just completely steamrolled him, as I think most expected. But yeah, like, not even close competitive. I think I said in a breakdown, the betting odds should be way bigger. Like, Garcia was not going to lose this fight. Kattar is a complete shell of himself, and Garcia is not. So Garcia's in his prime, looking amazing, and he completely destroyed Kattar like it was nothing. So yeah, not really much else to say about the fight. It was not even close to competitive, and yeah, nothing else to really say there. To talk about the fighters, we begin with the winner of this fight, Mean Machine Steve Garcia, now 6 in a row, sadly ending his knockout streak, but a win's a win. Now on a 6-fight winning streak, in the top 15 now, as he deserves to be. Happy he finally got this opportunity, and he made the most of it, wiping the floor of Kattar. And yeah, he's good. Steve Garcia is good, man. He has the cardio, he has good striking, he has good power. With grappling, he's not bad in. He finished Moki Costa on the ground and Kyle Nelson, so he has grappling. He's good. He's really well-rounded. He's really good. And now he's on a 6-5 winning streak, finally in the top 15, as he deserves to be. How high can he go? I don't think he's going to get to top 5 and win the belt or anything. But I think he could join the top 10. You tell me you don't think he could beat a Yusuf Zalal or a fucking very old Brian Ortega or something like that? I don't know. Garcia's good, man. He's really good, and featherweight's getting interesting again. At least in the bottom of the top 15, because guys are finally getting ranked who deserve it. Kind of. Shepe is still getting shafted, but, UFC hates him for some reason. But Garcia's good. 6 in a row. He's well-rounded. He has great skills. He doesn't fucking just run away when he's winning. He tries to go for the kill. He's good. All respect to Garcia, man. He's really good. Happy he's finally getting in top 15 because he deserves to be in it. And, yeah, he's good. Can't really say anything else. 6 in a row is no joke. A good 6-5 winning streak, no less. Then to talk about his opponent, the very old Calvin Kattar. The best way to describe this fight for him is he looked old. He barely threw anything. He looked slow. He looked old. He looked 37. He's lucky Steve didn't kick him in the legs, which I think he should have more, because that might have finished him. Kattar's career is over. Let's just be truthful about it. I think they should cut him. I get it, he's been ranked for a long time, but he's lost 5 in a row, and he looks a complete shell of himself. He would be perfect for PFO, he'd be perfect in a PFO tournament, or he'd be perfect for BKFC. Go make some money, go fight lower level guys who he might be able to beat, and I just don't see a point of keeping him in the UFC. What are you even going to do with him? Feed him to Shepe, have him rematch Giga, fucking have him fight Mel Costa. I just don't see the point of keeping Kattar when he's this old, and now he's reminds me of Vicente Luque, but even Luque hasn't lost this much, but kind of in the same way that he's been ranked for so long. Now he's out of the top 15 and very washed. What do you do with him? So I think it's time to just cut him. Let him go to PFO, let him go to BKFC, make some money, and that's that. I just don't see a point of keeping Kattar in the UFC anymore. He had a decent career, but now he's 7-8. He's 37 years old, 23-10, looking way older than that in his fighting performances. I think that's it for Kattar. Had a good career, but do you want to see him fight again in the UFC? I truly don't. It's just that knee injury ended his career, so just get rid of him. It sucks to say, but that's the truth is the truth. Had a good career, but that's about it for Calvin Kattar in the UFC. With that being said, the only thing left to say now is, speaking of the top 15, who should they fight next? For Steve Garcia, now ranked in the top 15, going to take the number 14th ranking. Who could he fight? I don't know, to be honest, because Onama, I believe, has a fight. I think it's not booked yet, but I heard he might fight Mo Costa, which is a great fight. Dan Ige booked. Yusuf Zalal. I don't know what they're gonna do with him. I thought that he was gonna fight Aljo, but now I don't know. We'll see. Obviously, Gene is booked. I guess Josh Emmett. I would imagine Josh Emmett would be the fight for Steve Garcia. I thought that was gonna be the fight for Onama, but he's gonna fight Mo Costa. So I guess Josh Emmett and Steve Garcia. I'd be down to see it. Someone's probably gonna get put out. I see either it's that or Yusuf Zalal. I know he did call out Zalal, but I don't see them doing that fight. So let's do it. Steve Garcia and Josh Emmett, the hardest hitting featherweight versus the guy with a lot of knockouts at featherweight. I'm down to see it. Garcia, Emmett. Sure, why not? Cool fight, cool Apex co-main, I could imagine. Book it. Sounds like a good fight to me. Do it. And like I said, for Kattar, retire. No, I don't think he's going to retire, but just cut him. So, that's what I think. And that's about that, man. So, not very much more to it. Great win for Steve Garcia. Dude is really good and finally ranked as he deserves to be. And who should he fight next? I like him and Josh Emmett. Why not? Someone's probably going to get knocked out. Gonna be a banger. Book it. Not very much else to say. Cut Calvin Kattar. Sorry, man, but his time in UFC is over. And let's see Steve Garcia fight Josh Emmett, the hardest hitter, versus the guy with the longest knockout streak at featherweight. Let's see him, man. Book it. Not very much else to say. Good win for Steve Garcia. Finally in the top 15. Finally, we get to our very controversial co-main event of the evening, going back to welterweight one more time, and I guess welterweight was a night of debatable decisions, as we have another one here that a lot of people are upset about, and I'll give my opinion on that in a moment, as we have our co-main event of the evening, a fight that I'd never liked from the begin with, and it was a bad fight also, shocker. We have in our co-main event of the evening in welterweight division, Gabriel Bonfim versus Stephen Thompson. This fight was not very good, and now, okay, I'll just cut to chase. Was it a robbery? I say no. I know a lot of people are upset about that take. I say no. I scored it for Bonfim. I scored all 3 rounds for Bonfim. You can make a case for Wonderboy winning. I'm not gonna say Wonderboy. I'm not saying there's no way Wonderboy won this fight, but it feels like Bonfim won this fight. He clearly won round 1. I don't think anyone's disputing that. Where the fuck is it? Yeah, he 100% won round 1. Round 2 was close, but you can make a case. I think Bonfim won because that's the round he made Wonderboy's fucking knee explode. So I gave it to Bonfim, but I get giving it to Wonderboy. And in round 3, again, kind of like round 2, very close. I scored it for Bonfim. Like, and I'm not even like biased. I want Wonderboy to win this fight. I can't stand Bonfim. I think he sucks. But I think Bonfim won this fight. It feels like he won this fight. Wonderboy had a few moments. He landed like 2 really good head kicks in round 2 and 3. But outside that, did he really do much? Did he really land any good shots on Bonfim, striking-wise? No. Did he stop many takedowns? I guess. But he still got taken down a few times. Did he do much damage to Bonfim? Not really. I think they scored it right, and I hate to say that. I want Wonderboy to win this fight. But I just don't think Wonderboy won this fight. It feels like Bonfim won this fight, and it sucks to say. It truly does, because Wonderboy is better. Like, 5 years ago, Wonderboy would KO Bonfim in a round. But in 2025, I think he lost this fight. So, which sucks. Again, it sucks, but again, I said it with Chris Curtis, and again, maybe this is a stupid way to describe it, but it feels like Gabriel Bonfim won this fight. So I hate to say that, but that's just what I think. It feels like he won, and that's that. Sucks, but it feels like Wonderboy did not win this fight. That's about that, man. Truly, that's about that. So, yeah, not really much else to say there. The fight wasn't even good. Like, I thought out of the 4 bad fights on the card, this was probably the best one, but it wasn't a good fight. It was pretty bad, so yeah. Not even a good fight. A debatable decision that I sadly think they got right. Not very much else to say, is there? Yeah. Talk about the fighters real quick. For Bonfim, I think he's terrible. I truly think he's fucking terrible, and I think he's going to get destroyed by anyone legit in the rankings. I think Prates would kill him, and I think Prates sucks. I think fucking Kevin Holland would beat him. MVP would smash him. Like, I think a lot of guys would smash Bonfim at this point in the top 15. He's not good. He's just truly not that good. He's young, 27, but his cardio's not great. His striking's okay. His grappling's okay. but he just doesn't, like, there's better guys unranked. Jake Matthews is better. Brian Battle is better. Randy Brown is way better. Like, there's guys who are better. Sam Patterson's better. I don't think much of Bonfim. Yeah, he got to win here against a 52-year-old Wonder Boy that no one actually thinks he beat. So, I'm not high on Bonfim. I think he's going to get crushed in the top 15. And UFC wants to push the Bonfim so hard, but I just don't think he's good. I think, just like Mike Malott, he's not good. Yeah, he has bounced back after getting fraud checked, but has he looked good? Not really. So I think it's just another guy the UFC is pushing, and he's going to get demolished, so it's that simple. Not very much else to say. Good for him, he got in the top 15. But he had to do it barely squeaking by a 52-year-old. And he's going to get crushed in the top 15 anyway, so that's just that. And then for Wonder Boy, now 42 years old on a 3-fight losing streak. The only fight left for him, I think there's only 2 fights you can make for him that I would want to see. MVP, which they should have done already, or Muslim Salikov, because the kicks in that fight would be badass. Outside of those 2 fights, I don't see a fight. I don't see a fight for Wonder Boy. Do you really want to see him fight a prospect like Randy Brown or Brian Battle or fucking any of those guys? No. What other old guys could he fight? Nickel Stouby? Tim Means? Santiago Ponzinibbio? Do you really want to see him waste time doing that shit? No. Like, he should fight MVP or Muslim Salikov. Those are the only 2 interesting fights for him. Outside of that, I don't want to see him fight. I'd rather see him retire at this point. Like, he still got it. He's still decent. He's 42 years old. And he still got it. But I'm not interested in seeing him lose to any more young guys like a Battle, like fucking Randy Brown, like Liao. And I don't want to see him stoop to fighting bums like Tim Means and Santiago Ponzinibbio. So where does he go from here is the question, and I don't know. If, again, MVP or Muslim Salikov, if not, one of those guys retire. I don't think he's going to retire. I think he's going to fight again, but he's not going to be anytime soon because he's not active in his old age. The next time we'll see him is probably when he's 43 years old. And he's just at the end of his road. It sucks because we all love Wonder Boy, but he's the oldest dude on the roster. What else can you say? He's the oldest fighter on the roster. It's time. It's that simple. It's just time for him to hang it up. If he's not fighting MVP or Salikov, it's time. That simple. Only thing left to say now, with that being said, is who should they fight next? I just said who I think Wonder Boy should fight, but for Bonfim now in the top 15, I have no idea. Prates just got booked against Neal, so maybe the winner of that. Kevin Holland's booked. MVP is gonna probably get out of the top 15. He's not gonna fight Colby. He's not gonna maybe Gilbert, but I doubt it. Buckley, I would imagine Buckley. I think he's gonna bypass Gilbert. I think they're gonna save Gilbert for Randy Brown or a Brian Battle. It's a shame they just booked Prates and Neal, but maybe the winner of that, like I said, I would be down to see fight Bonfim or again Joe Quinn Buckley. He's not gonna fight Colby. He's not gonna fight Holland. He's not gonna fight MVP. So again, probably the winner of Neal and Prates. So yeah, I think that has my vote. Though I'm not seeing much else for him. So again, Gilbert, but I'd rather see Gilbert. I think they're gonna save him for someone else. So let's do it. Neal, the winner of Neal Prates versus Bonfim works for me. Do it. Pretty simple. And then, like I said, for Wonder Boy, either MVP or Muslim Salikov. Nothing else. There you go. That's all I gotta say about this co-main. It sucks, but I think the judges got it right. past Wonder Boy's time, Bonfim's gonna get murdered in the top 15. And I think both guys, Protez and Neil, would crush him. So, good luck with that, Bonfim. And, yeah, not really much else to say. Bad co-main event, debatable decision. Bonfim sucks. Wonder Boy's old. Not a great co-main. Not a great co-main. But what was great is our main event of the evening. What a main event it was to go out on a high note. And what a high note it was. A fraud checking for the ages as we had in our main event of the evening in the heavyweight division to end UFC Nashville Smashville. Derrick Lewis versus Tallison Teixeira. He still got it. His balls are still hot. I told you. Actually, I know I didn't. I biasly told you. Okay, I'll say I did not think Derrick Lewis was going to win this fight at all. I thought, even I said it all week, I thought he was going to lose, and I was picking him biasly. But I'll take it. I got it right. No. So, I don't do any recap of the fight. It started, Derrick Lewis landed a big overhand left, dropped him, ground and pound finish. Not going to talk about the late, early stoppage. It was a late stoppage. It should have been stopped when he was on the ground. Simple as that. Cry about it in the car. No one cares. You lost your parlay or your bet on Teixeira. Suck a dick. Fuck off. Derrick Lewis won. No one cares about what you're bitching about. Let's go, Derrick. You're a fucking legend, mate. We love a Derrick Lewis win. We need a Derrick Lewis win. He still got it. Power. You love to see it. Can bring a tear to your eye. And, yeah, fuck yeah, man. I'm so happy, man. What a way to end the night. When Derrick Lewis wins, it feels like a goddamn concert. What a win, man. He still can hit hard. That's about it. 40 years old, 30th UFC fight, still getting the job done. You love to see it. You love to see it. You love to see it. I'm so happy. So fucking happy for Derrick. Now on a 2-fight winning streak. We'll see what they do with him. I have an idea, and I think they might do it because it would help him get closer to that title shot. So we'll see if they do it. And, yeah, great for Derrick, man. Just happy. Again, he's never been a good fighter. He's a terrible fighter. But the one thing he has, the only skill he has, is hitting really fucking hard. And he did it again here. Super happy for him. You know it's a good day. You know it's a good card when Derrick Lewis wins. And beyond happy for him. One of the greatest heavyweights of all time. First bout Hall of Famer. Still got it. Love to see it. Still fraud checking bums in 2025. Beautiful sight. And speaking of that bum that got fraud checked, Tallison Teixeira. You fucking suck. Yep, add him to the fraud list. He's just really tall. Yeah, he's not good at all. He's tall and he hits hard. That's it. He's terrible. He's just terrible. And, yeah, another fraud heavyweight. Put him next to Mick Parkin. Shamil Gaziev's kind of becoming legit again. Put him next to Mick Parkin and all those other bums that have been checked. Waldo Cortez Acosta, yada yada yada. So, he sucks. Go back to the Apex, buddy. You fucking blow. And, yeah. Fraud checked. Only thing we really left to say for this fight, I know it's been quick, but there's nothing to really say. It was a 35-second Derrick Lewis fight. What do you expect? Is who should they fight next? For Derrick, I have an interesting idea. Let's do the Cursed Blades rematch. I know it's weird because he knocked him out, but what else do you do with Derrick? He's gonna fight up. He already lost to Spivak. That's not happening. He already beat Tybura back in the day. That's no point. And Tybura's booked. Waldo, I don't see them doing that. Jael, and we saw how that went the first time. And he's gonna fight Volkov. And yeah, Spivak's just lost, so he's gonna fight down. Tybura's booked. Waldo's booked. Jaelen's probably gonna fight Volkov. Pavlovich is fighting Waldo. Gon's gonna fight for the belt. Blades is coming off that loss to Kuniev, but he got handed a robbery, so it's a win. Let's do the Blades rematch. Like, they fought back in the Apex. It's been a good couple of years since they fought. Let's run it back. Why not? Like, why not? I don't, like, who else would you have Derrick fight? Spivak again? No. Jalen again? No. I get no... He, outside of Waldo, he's fought everybody, literally. So, and there's, what, you have him fight Shamil Gaziev, which gets him fucking nowhere? Curtis Blades, let's fucking do it. If he wins that, you can make a case for a title fight. People would love to see that, because you can't give him a title fight. Well, you could, and I don't think anyone would complain, but let's be a little realistic. Beat Curtis Blades, who's number 4 ranked, sure, give him the title fight. So, let's do it. Derrick Lewis, Curtis Blades rematch? Why not? It'd be a perfect co-main on a pay-per-view, or featured bout on a pay-per-view. Could be another fight night main event for all we know. Let's run it back. Derrick Lewis, Curtis Blades. It's the only fight that makes sense. A rematch of Spivak, stupid. A rematch of Tybora, stupid. Waldo, the only guy who isn't a rematch, would be stupid. He's gonna lose to Pavlovich anyway. An Almeida rematch is stupid. A Pavlovich rematch ain't happening. A Volkov rematch ain't happening. And a Gon rematch ain't happening. Let's do Curtis Blades. Why not? Why not? Curtis Blades, Derrick Lewis 2. Book it. It's that simple. Let's run it back one more time. Book it. That simple. And then for Teixeira, no one cares. So, yeah. Not very much else to say, man. Great main event. So happy for Derrick Lewis, 40 years old in his 30th UFC fight, still kicking ass. Got called by the president. He's gonna be on the White House card. Right there, Curtis Blades. Derrick Lewis, 2 Americans. That's perfect for the White House. Think, people, think. Lewis, Blades, it's right there. Speaks for itself. Book it. Nothing else to say. Let's do that rematch. Teixeira the can. So happy for Derrick Lewis. Great way to end a great night in Nashville, Smashville, Tennessee. Derrick Lewis still got it. And it's a good day. Should've got a bonus, but whatever. Awesome to see Derrick Lewis still winning. We all love it. And let's see, can he get that title shot one last time? Beat Curtis Blades. I think he's gonna get it. So, great win for Derrick Lewis. Still got it. Still fraud checking tomato cans in 2025. You'd love to see it. Black Beasts. His balls are still hot. And with that being said, I finally end the recap with a bang, boom, whatever I say. That's the card. To go over how I did on picks. I went pretty bad. 6 of 12, 3 perfect, 400. I got heavily saved in the end with Bonfim, Lewis, and Garcia. I completely shit the bed in the middle. Landwehr dropped the ball. Lane, I don't think was a bad pick. Petrino's awful. Tafa will always suck. Griffin was biased and almost won. And then Chidi and Kennedy were both in fights that I said were 50-50. And I stand by that. They were 50-50, but I, of course, picked the wrong 50, so boo. So, I'll take 6 of 12, a perfect half. Not great, not terrible, but what can you do? Better than, that's still 500, I guess. The bonuses for the card. Fire the Night to Landwehr, Charrière, performance bonuses to Valter and Kline. I agree with I agree with this part, not this part. I think there should have been 4 performance bonuses to Kline, Walker, Matthews, and Lewis. I think those were the 4 most deserving, but whatever. I don't even think Landwehr was the best fight to win Fire the Night, but whatever. I would have done 4 performance bonuses, but UFC is gonna UFC. What can you fucking do? So, whatever. I feel bad for Lewis and Jake. They should have got a bonus, but whatever. Second to last thing before I end this bitch. If you missed a card, what should I say you should go back and rewatch? Pretty much everything outside of Moura, Tuco, Petrino, and yeah, pretty much just those 3. Kline had a great knockout. Davis' fight was okay. Walker had a great submission. Matthews was a great submission. Curtis was a good fight. Charrière was fun. Garcia was fun. Bonfim was interesting, and Lewis was great. So just everything else out of Petrino, Tuco, and Moura. Rewatch, it was good. And lastly, before I get to the rating and ending this shit finally, the chopping block, our favorite segment of the show. Who's on it this week? A few people. I would say Mitch Ramirez, Austen Lane, and Calvin Kattar. Mitch Ramirez is now 0-2 in UFC and is horrendous. Austen Lane is fucking garbage. He's just tall. He should have never been signed, for fuck's sake. And Kattar, we talked about. His career's over. 5 in a row. It's time. PFO's waiting. Because outside of them, if you look at everyone else who lost, Martinez, no. Kennedy, no. Lauren retired. Chidi, no. Max Griffin, I hope not. Tafa, I wouldn't mind if they cut him, but I doubt it. Nate Landwehr, again, I wouldn't mind, but I doubt it. Wonderboy, no. Tallison probably should. So, yeah, just Kattar, Lane, and Ramirez, and that's that. There you go. I'm tired of talking about this fucking card already. Last thing I'll say is, what would I rate the card? I would give it a 7. I think a 7.5 is what I said last night. I think I kind of stand by that. You can even go as high as like a 7. I would say I would say 7.5 is fair. I think that sounds right. It was very fun. I say a solid 7.5 card. The highest. The last 2 fight nights were like 2s and 3s or whatever. So to get a 7.5 is really fucking solid. And yeah, I think that's fair. That feels like the right score, and 7.5 sounds right to me. So maybe you can go higher. I don't think you can't go anything under a 7 in my opinion. You can go as high as an 8, but I would stop there. So 7.5 for a fight night that was very good, and a very good way to come back from break week. Now, we look to the future and see what we got next week. UFC 318, a fight night pretending to be a pay-per-view. Holloway and Poirier 3, and all the shit over there. Yeah, I can definitely wait for that card. Oh boy. Video-wise, the next time you hear from me is breaking down that card, UFC 318, Friday, 1 p.m. Well, maybe not 1 p.m., but Friday, for sure. I don't know when it'll come out anymore, but sometime on Friday. And then, of course, the recaps on Sunday, of course, sometime on Sunday, video-wise. Can't wait. Stream-wise, you'll hopefully hear from me tonight, but if not, tomorrow for the hangover of UFC Nashville, then either Tuesday or Wednesday for Tough Talk, Thursday or Friday for the pre-party to UFC 318. That's what I'm going to name it now, not the mini breakdown, that shit's stupid. And then you'll hear, the after party for 318, so that's the schedule. So, hope y'all are ready for a great pay-per-view week. Hope y'all had a great time watching this card. Hope y'all weekend are going good. Fights are back. Having a great fucking time with it. So happy. Card was good. Derrick Lewis won. Now we go to New Orleans for a week pay-per-view. Can't wait. So, I'll hear if y'all catch a stream, I'll hear from y'all either tonight or tomorrow next. If not, if you only do videos, then next Friday for 318's breakdown. Should be fun. Hope y'all enjoyed the video. And unless I'm going to say something, which I don't believe I am, I'm tired of talking for a little bit, so let me rest my voice for a stream, maybe tonight or tomorrow. Yeah. See? Nothing much I'll say. I love y'all for always watching. If it's 1 person or 20, I'm always happy. Thank y'all for watching. I hope y'all enjoyed the video like always. Please like, comment, subscribe. 200 subs goal by the end of 2025. And unless I'm forgetting something to say, which I don't believe I am, because I've talked for almost an hour and 40 minutes. As always, RX, A Shores in the breakdown. Out. Good vibes. Only. And always.